Hi everyone, thanks for coming watching my video. It's regards to are you destined for peaceful marriage? Okay, partial chart is actually an analysis tool which able to predict a person's future, be it your career, your wealth, your family member, your loved ones, your children, your grandfather, grandmother, your health, and etc. And Bazi had originated in China 5,000 years ago. In the old day, the emperor is seeking his advisor for some advice, and the advisor is using this so-called analysis tool to predict the emperor future, and that's how they provide him sound advice to the emperor so that the emperor will have able to achieve abundant wealth in his kingdom. So let's go back to the search engine and please type a Bazi calculator, and you just simply have to input your date of birth such as your year, month, day, and time. Time is optional unless you you want to know more about your relationship with your children's, your friends, and particularly your old age retirement. And lastly, you also have to specify whether it's a male or female. All right, in this, okay, once you have already got into your personal budget birth chart, it will look typical like this on this slide. Okay, the one circle in red is actually the day pillar, or we also call it as day master. It is a person's core of this puzzle, and the surrounding elements such as the month pillar, the year pillar, and the hour pillar are the supporting elements which able to dictate good or bad fortune for this chart. Alright, in this chart, the day pillar is a wooden dragon, and a husband or boyfriend star is referring to a matter. But unfortunately, in her birth chart, there's no zodiac animal of a monkey or rooster at the heavenly branch, and there's a missing yin and yang matter at the heavenly branch. This lady is actually a celebrity who married once. After a few years later, she divorced, she remarried with a Caucasian, divorced again twice, and now she's a single mother. So do you want to know whether you have any husband or boyfriend star in your birth chart? I guess you are anxious, right? Okay, on the first row, if your day pillar is yin and yang wood, the second row is fire, yin and yang fire. The third row is the yin and yang earth. The fourth row is the yin and yang metal. The last row is the yin and yang water. Example, if your day pillar is a yin and yang earth, your heavenly stem should have a yin and yang wood that will represent your husband and boyfriend star. Or if you have a tiger or rabbit in the earthly branch that also represent as a husband and a boyfriend star. What are the factors that lead to divorce? If you were to look at the chart, the day pillar at the earthly branch represent the animal zodiac dragon. Apparently, on the month of pillar, there's a early branch of dragon. If this dragon placed side by side, it's actually denoted as a self-punishment in the context of BaZi. That is where the trouble comes. Dragon, as we know, is an earth element, which denotes as a wealth or business luck. Based on my analysis, I I foresee that there's a heated argument with a spouse many times due to business failure, and apparently she refused to take heed advice from her husband, even in spite that knowing the business were likely to fail. Okay, self-punishment have several scenarios which you can that we are going to mention out. First is that gamble were never able to win, and you insist to go to casino to try your fortune. So as a result, you tend to lose more money than you win. Another second scenario is that smoking is bad for health, but then you smoke heavily. As a result, you have lung cancer. So, but what are the animal zodiac beside dragon that represent self-punishment? Animal zodiac like horse, rooster, and pig. So those are the four animals that represent self-punishment. The next party chart showing with a two red circle, which is the dragon. Uh, this time round is far apart, so therefore self-punishment does not take place at all. So in fact, there's no negative effect can be felt for, for this person. Another factor that lead to divorce is uh, we call the talent star. In the year pillar, is actually represent a fire element, which also known as talent star. It denote a person characters like assertive, intelligent, vocal, blunt in talking, chauvinist. Such traits are absolutely negative to men's liking. And on the contrary, her talent is highly so in the entertaining industry. So, do you have any talent star? Let's look. You belongs the day pillar of wood, the first row. The second row is fire. The third row is the earth. The fourth row is the metal, and the last row is water. If your day pillar is yin and yang water, then your talent star are yin and yang wood at the heavenly stem, or a tiger and a rabbit at the earthly branch. In this birth chart, the husband star in the heavenly stem supposed to be the Jia and Mao, that is yin and yang wood, and the earthly branch is tiger and rabbit. But if you look at the birth chart, right, at the earthly branch, there's no presence of tiger and rabbit. And on the heavenly stem, you do not see any yin and yang wood. So I can safely conclude that this lady birth chart does not have any present of husband star. And another way to interpret that this lady would like to have a lot of freedom and she do not like to be fully controlled by men or by people. And this lady were never able to work in a traditional working environment, 9 to 5 job, desk bound job. And fortunately, there's a 10-year luck cycle. 10-year luck cycle is actually that your luck will start to change every 10 years. And fortunately, she have a marriage luck start from 28 years onward. So I can conclude that she may have a late marriage. The next one is whether you have any flower or romance. Red, rabbit, horse, and rooster are symbolized as a flower romance. If example in this chart you see the year pillar is the animal zodiac of a snake. If you were to look at the snake animal zodiac, the earthly branch is horse, and the one circle in red, horse is present in the spouse palace. So that is to say, in this chart, this lady will have a high possibility of getting married, and coupled with this lady husband is very charismatic, loving, caring, and supportive. The next chart, under the day pillar, yang and yin water. Okay, the earthly branch is ox, dragon, goat, and dog, which represent the husband star. But unfortunately, having excessive husband star is doing bad than good, which means that the marriage life will not be happy and satisfied. In the context of BaZi, excessive husband star will lead to the persons being implicated by the boyfriend or husband, and her kindness or gratitude are not appreciative, and also she is likely to be abused by her husband, and because of feeling resentment in her life, she perhaps may decided to be more religious in the later life. Highly possibility that she might become a monk. The next slide is the negative marriage. The first party chart with the animal zodiac at the day pillar is a snake, and the month pillar animal zodiac is a pig. Whenever the pig and the snake are placed side by side, it represents clash, and there's a high possibility that your marriage with your spouse will turn negative, and as a result, it will lead to breakup. The next chart, you see that the day pillar animal zodiac is a pig, and the month pillar, the animal zodiac is a tiger. Whenever the pig or tiger are placed side by side, it actually denotes as a destruction. It similarly, the marriage will lead to breakup. I would certainly hope that you benefit from this video, which teach you how to decode a partial charge to find an answer in your marriage life. Once you're aware your future unfolds, you could take proactive steps by seeking a consultant for some advice so that there's a glimpse of hope in achieving a successful marriage life. Notwithstanding undergoing through challenges, no matter how tough life goes, it's part of parcel in life. Eventually, it teaches us an invaluable lesson. It is only a person experience the lowest point in life. Therefore, she would greatly appreciate, no matter how small good things is. Please subscribe my video if you like it and share it with your loved ones and friends so that I could bring you more great interesting video next time. Thank you.